Hello, welcome back. Finally, I got ready so I won't look crusty in this video. So we're gonna do a book wrapped up since January because I was too lazy to do it. And we're having a Lego shirt moment, Lego party. So let's start with the January reads. January. Oh, you're gonna see the bookshelf getting messy, so I hope you're not disturbed by that. Then last book is What is a Doornail? No. What is a doornail? Okay, let's start with Shopaholic Takes Manhattan. Goodreads, low in the middle. Like, it's not very fast paced as I wanted. She's very madaldal like me, so that's why I love it. That's why I really relate to Becky. So it's the second book of the Shopaholic franchise. It's about Becky Bloomwood, who has a shopping addiction that leads her into debt from the bank. And she has to sell, in this book, she has to sell most of the clothes that she keeps buying, even though she doesn't need it and never worn. So she had this big sale for all of the clothes that she didn't really need because she needs the funds to pay her debt. So that's just the summary of this book. Next one is the second summer of the Sisterhood. As you can see, the running theme here, I've read the second book first because I didn't have the first book at the time. Then I've read, because I love the movies of these, so I decided I need to read the book, and so I did, and I love the Shopaholic series. And then this book disappointed me because it's very slow paced. Then I lost interest, as you can see mid book. It's very slow, like it's not very interesting anymore, so I DNF it. So next book is Cruel Crown. This is just a novella from the Red Queen series. Very quick read because it's under 200 pages, and it's a compilation of two short stories. And the short stories in here are available in the Broken Throne. It's just about Queen Crane, the mother of Cal, the first wife of King Tiberius. I don't know the sixth. And about Steel Scars, about Captain Farley, who is part of the rebellion of the Scarlet Guard rebellion against the Kalur family, or against the Kalur. I'm having trouble explaining this because I'm on a rush of filming this video, so let's just go to the next one, because this is gonna be a long ass video because it's gonna be my January, February reads. I'm gonna make a separate video of the March. Let's go to the fourth book that I've read this January is Deadest Doornail, my first read of Charlene Harris Tuki Stackhouse novels, and I am obsessed. This isn't the first book, it's the sixth book, so I didn't know the some of the details of why Suki ended up in this situation, so I cannot really say the summary of this because it won't make sense. And also I forgot, because I've read 3 Suki Stackhouse novels and I forgot the main plot of each book because for me it's just all molded. So, Suki Stackhouse novels, new obsession. I only read 4 books in January and 4 books in February, so let's start with February. February is Dead and Gone. So I read the hardcovers, Dead and Gone. I have 2 copies of Dead and Gone, 1 copy of Dead as a Doornail, then 3 copies of Dead Reckoning. Clearly, I really love these Suki Stackhouse novels. So I read this first in January because I was obsessed and I was trying to read the same series even though it's not in order. This is the 6th book, and I think this is 11th, 9th, I forgot. So this is just in between books of Dead as a Doornail and the other novels. I don't know that. Forgot the titles. Very good read, very fast paced. Every chapter has a plot that is very interesting, and sometimes you're gonna hate Suki because she's annoying and she keeps choosing the wrong guy, and sometimes people just end up dead because of her. So Suki, I'm just gonna summarize the whole franchise. Suki is a bar waitress, I think that's a term, and it's also set in the southern, so imagine vampires and humans living together with southern accents. She works on a bar as a waitress, and at the time of this 6th book, the vampires are already out, so vampires are living together like openly with the humans, while the shapeshifters and like the werewolves or werepeople are still living in hiding. But the Dead Reckoning, that was the time that the werepeople, the werewolves, the shapeshifters came out to the world and announced that they exist. There is a lot of plot twists because apparently Suki is part fairy. That's why vampires are very attracted to Suki, because she has had 2 vampire boyfriends, Bill being the first vampire boyfriend she has and first ever boyfriend apparently, and then Eric, the Viking vampire. Next book is this was the 2nd book of the Suki Stackhouse that I've read. Then I thought that maybe I want to spice things up, so I've read another similar trope. She's also a vampire. Apparently, I think this isn't the 1st book, but same trope. She's a vampire. Apparently, she had an accident. The lead is named Betsy. The lead's name is Betsy Taylor. Apparently, she had an accident. Then, when she woke up, she became the Queen of the Vampires. This was such a quick read because it is fast-paced, short chapters and short, like big print, so it's very quick to read. Like, I've only read this for 2 days because I'm such a slow reader. For me, that is quick. Then the next book is, I decided I need to finish the books I have of the Suki Stackhouse novels because I'm too invested with Suki. I need to know what happened next, even though it's not in order. This is almost to the end book. There's 14 novels of the Suki Stackhouse franchise. This is almost to the end. I think the 13th, 12th, I don't know. So, Dead Reckoning. You'll be wrecked, I swear. And it's funny how every title is mentioned in the book, like someone died, or they mentioned, oh, Dead Reckoning, or like in the Dead and Gone, when someone died, someone described the dead as dead and gone. So next, this is wrecking, literally, because there are so many plot twists here. We get to see Suki's fairy side, like the fairy world. They go in depth with the fae. And there's more death. So that's just gonna be a summary because I need to read the others so I can know more about this world, because today I'm just foggy. Next book. That was the third book I've read this February. The next book is my new obsession that really have taken me out of my reading slump, is the Three Dark Crowns. I hate why the book talk community is not raving about this, because this is so good. Yeah, so Three Dark Crowns, as you can see, this is the first book I've annotated because clearly I love this book. It's about every generation there are triplets born to be the future queens. At birth, the queen will know what the triplets, or what her children, or what she births powers are. So Mirabelle is an elemental. She can manipulate all the elements, fire, air, water. Then Arsino is a naturalist, has the ability to manipulate nature, bloom flowers, connect with animals. Usually every naturalist has a familiar, like an animal familiar. Arsino never found her familiar. The last triplet is Catherine, which is a poisoner. She can ingest the deadliest poison and survive. So I really like how they shift the POVs so you could see each of their worlds and how they came to be. At their 16th birthday, they have to fight each other, and whoever stays alive becomes queen. That is the sad part of this book. There is a twist, a major twist in the ending, which I love and torn me apart. So this is the fourth book and the last book that I've read in February. I had high hopes for March, but maybe I'm gonna add this because I think I won't read a lot in March because life has been eventful in March. So I'm just gonna add the duology that I've read in March. Carve the Mark. I think this is the second most annotated book that I did. So, Carve the Mark. I love the enemies to lovers trope of this. This isn't very hyped. Veronica Roth, written by Veronica Roth, the author of Divergent, which caught my attention because, ooh, I love Divergent. Maybe I love what Veronica wrote. So I did. I bought the duology because I love duologies better, because I think one book is not enough for me to read, even though it's such a slow reader. So, Carve the Mark is about Syra or Kyra and Akos, who lives in enemy countries. Like their planet is divided into the Thuve or the Ve and the Chatet. I basically explained the whole book at this point, so I'm just doing a voiceover because I'm currently obsessed with it, so I can't stop raving about it. But to sum things up, the Assembly, it's like the United Nations of every planet in this galaxy. When the Assembly decided to announce all the fates of those fate-favored people, it caused Akos and his older brother AJ to be kidnapped. Most of the book is just Akos being under Syra as her slave, while Akos keeps planning to get AJ out. There is a enemies to lovers trope, because they are enemies, then they ended up liking each other but are still denial until the book 2. The second book. Oh. The second book. Freaking roller coaster. I swear I'm mid reading this is the most annotated book I've had, because it's very eventful. There's so many what if moments, so many plot twists. The ending will hurt you. You will be angry. And then the second book, I will explain so you would want to read the Carve the Mark duology. So the second book is Syra Novak and Akos Karaset is ruled by their fates. So their fates are inevitable, so they have to expect to live. They expect for their fates to happen any moment, because Akos's fate is that he will die under the family of the Noavex. The Noavex is the family of Syra. And then Syra's fate is that she will cross the divide. But the twist is, I still haven't recovered from the plot twist. But the twist is, they thought that the father of Syra was dead, but he came back and started a war against Shatat and Thuve, like the separate countries of the planet. So that is the summary, because I barely know the ending, because I'm still mid-reading. I know this is messy, but I'm working on trying to explain better, because sometimes I just keep talking, then I didn't even notice that I'm just talking nonsense. So I hope you get to know some of the books that I've read and that I have enjoyed. And then I forgot the ratings. Maybe I'm just gonna write the ratings on the screen, how I would rate it, because I forgot to read the other books, so I have to read it. So that is all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed my babbling and you get a gist of some of the books that I have picked to read that you will read eventually. And if you want to see more of me, check out my book talk, and I also have a Shopee and Carousel account where I sell books, mostly secondhand. Some are brand new. I hope you get to, maybe you like some of the books that I sell. Also, it would help me financially, because your girl is broke and she wants to buy more books even though she's broke. See you in my next video.